Have you ever wondered about the history of Call of Duty? Call of Duty is a franchise that has single-handedly convinced millions of us that crouch walking through hallways is indeed a life skill. Since its debut in 2003, Call of Duty has evolved from a scrappy World War II shooter into a global pop culture juggernaut with more explosions than a Michael Bay movie marathon. But how did it all start? And how did it end up as the gaming equivalent of a superpower? Let's drop into this topic like we're parachuting into Verdansk, head first with zero preparation. I'm Keith, and this is History Wonder. Like I said, it all began in 2003, back when the idea of playing video games professionally was as laughable as trying to revive someone with a syringe to the chest. The first Call of Duty was developed by Infinity Ward, a team of ex-Medal of Honor developers who thought, you know what this World War II genre needs? More chaos, bigger explosions, and, some characters yelling at you in British accents. Sounds great, right? Set during World War II, Call of Duty introduced players to the immersive experience of fighting Nazis while NPCs barked orders like, "Move up the flank!" even though nobody really knew what a flank was back then. The game's innovative AI, squad mechanics, and cinematic campaigns earned it a glowing reception, and it quickly became the king of World War II shooters. Infinity Ward followed up with Call of Duty 2 in 2005, a game that made you feel like you were in a Spielberg war epic. The stakes were higher, the graphics were shinier, and the screaming, it was louder. The game's infamous Hill 400 mission is seared into players' memories as soldiers shouted, "German counterattack!" every 15 seconds. If you didn't finish that mission with tinnitus, were you even playing? Now let's talk about Call of Duty 3, the middle child of the franchise. It was released in 2006. It was Treyarch's first crack at the series. Did it introduce anything groundbreaking? Not really. Did it still sell like hotcakes? Absolutely it did. The game had all the elements of a solid Call of Duty. Bullets, Nazis, and dramatic slow-motion moments. But it lacked the spark of its predecessors. Think of it as the Call of Duty you played because your older brother already bought it. And then everything changed in 2007. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare landed on the scene like a tactical nuke. For the first time, the series left World War II behind and thrust players into a gritty, contemporary setting. This was the era of tangos, AC-130s, and Captain Price's legendary mustache. The multiplayer mode was a revelation. With kill streaks, perks, and customizable loadouts, Modern Warfare redefined online gaming. Who can forget the thrill of a UAV, or the rage of being obliterated by a 12-year-old using a noob tube? The game was so influential that it basically became Call of Duty's second birthday, overshadowing its humble World War II beginnings. After Modern Warfare's modern fireworks, Treyarch brought players back into World War II with World at War in 2008. But this wasn't your grandpa's war game. This was gritty, violent, and soaked in enough flamethrowers to make Smokey Bear cry. Oh, and let's not forget zombies. What started as an afterthought became one of the franchise's most beloved modes. Who would have guessed that mowing down endless waves of undead while shouting, "Revive me, I have a ray gun," would become a cultural phenomenon? If Modern Warfare was a game changer, Modern Warfare 2 was the equivalent of breaking the controller in excitement. Released in 2009, it doubled down on everything fans loved. Campaign highlights included the infamous No Russian mission, which sparked endless controversy, and a plot so convoluted it made conspiracy theories look straightforward. Multiplayer was where it truly shined. Everyone remembers their first tactical nuke, their hatred for the quick scopers, and the horrors of being obliterated by dual-wielding shotguns. It wasn't just a game, it was a battlefield where friendships were forged and straight up ruined over a poorly timed grenade. In 2010, Treyarch struck a gold with Call of Duty Black Ops. This game was pure chaos, a Cold War thriller where you, as a brainwashed operative, punched numbers and screamed about Mason's hallucinations. The campaign was like a spy novel written by someone hopped up on caffeine and adrenaline. But the real star? Yeah, Zombies mode, which evolved into a full-blown storyline with convoluted Easter eggs and characters like Richthofen, the mad German scientist. Suddenly, Call of Duty wasn't about war. It was about saving the world from zombie apocalypses. Multiplayer? Oh, you bet it was great, but zombies, they stole the show. By this point, Call of Duty had become the Madden of shooters. Every year there was a new release. Modern Warfare 3 in 2011, Modern Black Ops 2 in 2012, Ghosts in 2013. Modern Warfare 3 is a solid conclusion to the Modern Warfare trilogy, featuring Captain Price and enough explosions to rival Die Hard. Black Ops 2 was the first COD with branching storylines and futuristic tech. The multiplayer introduced score streaks, making you feel like a genius for spamming UAVs. And Ghosts, well, it existed. People mostly remember Riley, the attack dog, and not much else. Ghosts was like the one kid in the group project who shows up but doesn't really contribute much. In 2014, Advanced Warfare decided it was time for Call of Duty to embrace the future. Kevin Spacey starred as a power-hungry villain. It's kind of ironic in hindsight. And players got exosuits that turned everyone into wall-jumping, boost-dodging maniacs. It was fun, but traditionalists grumbled. What happened to boots-on-the-ground gameplay? By the mid-2010s, Call of Duty was fully embracing sci-fi. Black Ops 3 delivered more of its signature chaos with cybernetic super soldiers and a zombie storyline so complex it needed its own Wikipedia page. Then came Infinite Warfare in 2016, which sent players into space. While the campaign was surprisingly heartfelt, fans were, let's say, resistant. The trailer became one of YouTube's most disliked videos, but the game itself wasn't bad. It was just a case of Call of Duty trying to be Halo. After years of futuristic shenanigans, 2017's Call of Duty World War II brought the series back to its roots. It was a nostalgic throwback, reminding everyone why we fell in love with Call of Duty in the first place. But after flying through space and shooting lasers, some fans found it a bit tame. Enter Warzone in 2020. If Modern Warfare in 2019 was a return to form, Warzone was its crown jewel. A free-to-play battle royale mode, Warzone became a cultural sensation. Dropping into Verdansk, dodging snipers, and arguing over who gets the last self-revive kit became the new norm. It also introduced Gulag, a 1 versus 1 deathmatch for a second chance at a life. The phrase, "win your Gulag," became a rallying cry, and proximity chat turned random lobbies into comedic gold mines. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 continues the beloved series tradition of high-octane, action-packed gameplay, delivering an intense first-person shooter experience. Set in a near-future world teetering on the brink of chaos, the game weaves a gripping narrative filled with espionage, covert operations, and a battle for global stability. Players are thrust into a dynamic campaign that explores themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the cost of war, while multiplayer modes offer fast-paced combat, new maps, and a deeper level of customization. The fan-favorite Zombies mode returns with an expanded storyline, innovative mechanics, and a cooperative play, ensuring endless thrills. Whether you're diving into the cinematic campaign or dominating the on-field battlefield, Black Ops 6 sets a new standard for the franchise. Love it or hate it, Call of Duty is a juggernaut. It's a franchise that adapted and evolved, staying relevant in the industry that moves faster than a quick-scoping teenager. It's not just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon. It's a shared experience that has defined a generation of gamers. And who knows, in the future we might see Call of Duty Time Travelers or Call of Duty Underwater Warfare. Until then, let's keep dropping, shooting, and shouting, waking hardpoint, like our lives depend on it. Game on, friends, and as always, watch your six. Thanks for watching. What topics in history have you wondered about? Comment below and let us know what videos you would like to see. And be sure to like and subscribe.
Guess that makes us a fire team, right, Kate?
Cut the chatter and get moving. I'll be your eyes, so stay on calm.